Hmm. Okay. It should be a small session. I just want to test myself. Because I've changed my teams and ugh, crappy buffs. Okay. I've changed my team slightly. Um, I've also changed a lot of gear on my character, so uh, I'm not so sure if, like, yeah. I do expect to be doing a little less damage, for now at least. Ugh. Hmm, maybe I was wrong? Uh, I might have been wrong. Who knows? Ugh. I really want that guy to be dead. Okay. Switch. Okay. Let's... Is this enough? Nope. This is one of the things it's hard to get used to, which is if you have one of these idiots going low HP, you really need to focus on them, because you do not, under any circumstance. Okay. We'll work with what we have right now. You do not want them to living through and regaining their shields. Right? Kind of important that they don't get their shields back. Let's go with this. Can I get HP back, please? Thank you. Okay. Okay, before I get there, let me just get this. Remember to target the low H. Ah, it recovered its HP. Damn. Okay. Okay. Let's try and. Oof. Alright. Oh, yeah. Don't do that to me, bro. Bro. Don't be mean. Come on. Okay. Seems like I've recovered. Okay. Okay. Yeah, my Gene really needs a lot more gear. Like, not a bit more, a lot more. Stop running away from me! Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Don't run away from me! That wasn't bad. That actually was way better than I expected. I was totally expecting Klee to be way weaker. Eh. Well. Nice to know. So... let me go back in. They almost screwed me over. I have no idea where I'm... Okay. Here's the Diona healed. Like, they became completely invisible. Like, this game has a serious problem with clarity. I don't know why people don't talk more about it. I don't know if it's a thing where, like, most of the people are, like, cell phone gamers, so they don't understand anything about game design, but this game has a serious problem with clarity. Like, I'm now used to understanding that that's the mist, but, like, you can't see half the things that are happening on the screen if you don't know exactly what they're supposed to look like. It's extremely hard to understand, to see a lot of the things happening on screen a lot of the times. Not slightly hard, extremely hard. Can you please remove the damn debuff from me? That's a different problem that I have with this game. I hate the fact that they decided to remove one of our main core skills. So basically, they decided, well, I don't think you need to dodge. Dodge is an extra thing. It's an extra feature. If you don't have dodge, I'm sure you will be fine. And it's like, really? Really? This is what accounts for good gameplay design? Nowadays? I'm actually not that far out. I'm actually a bit surprised. Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't that bad. I was actually pretty surprised. Even though I was doing everything very haphazardly, it was kind of working. Interesting. So you guys know what I mean? Like, all of these are going away. They're not even properly leveled at all. Like, +4, +4. Like, all of these are going away. I want to put on her. So some of the pieces that are here. So this, for example. This one, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think the helmet is probably gonna stay unless I get something way better tomorrow. But yeah, these things definitely need to be improved. So Jean needs to become a way better character. This guy, yeah, this guy needs, like, seriously needs some help. He needs to level this up. Not level this up. This is a huge damage boost that I'm not having. And yes, I know this isn't ideal, but like I haven't gotten a single good Hydro Cup. This also needs to upgrade, and this is very craptastic, right? This is craptastic, but it's the best that I got for him. We'll see. This guy's fine. This guy is honestly fine. I don't think I'll touch him. Xinyan, she's working. She's working. She's getting somewhere. Not yet ready, but she's getting somewhere. Her talents also need some love. That's another thing. Gale Blade needs to be upgraded. Guhua Sword Fatal Rain Screen also needs to be upgraded. So their ultis, which their bursts, which are the most important part of their kit, is upgraded. So not as bad as it might look initially. Kaya doesn't care. I don't care. Like, Kaya sucks completely. Kaya, the only reason why I'm taking Kaya with me is because of Chamber 3. I really do not care about having Kaya there. Honestly, I think it's a detriment to my team, having Kaya in my team for the first 2 floors. It's just a negative. But because of the way Fatui shields work, you're kind of forced to take them if you want to have any hope of doing floor 3, chamber 3, unless you're extremely overgeared. Not slightly overgeared, extremely over, like nonsense levels kind of overgeared. Shields in this game do not work properly. I'm really sorry. Some people think shields are well designed. They're not. Basically, either you hard counter them or they're never going away. Sure, you can ignore them if you're playing on the overworld, but when you're playing in Abyss, where they have like level 100 Patuis, their shields are never going away if you don't have the hard counters for it. So it's extremely obnoxious. It's definitely another problems that they have with their design right now, but that should be fixed over time. I'm sure they're already working on it. Maybe Dendro will help with that kind of stuff. We don't know. We just don't know. We just don't have enough information. As is, it's just obnoxious. Right now, if you have a Chi-Chi and the Diona, basically you have a Chi-Chi on one team and Diona on the other, and those are your ice characters. Or if you're using Shongyun in one of your teams, then you can have Shongyun on one team and a Diona or a Chi-Chi on the other team. Now, I don't have my Shongyun leveled at all because I only got it this patch, so yeah. It's unfortunately. Essentially, I only have one actualized character that's leveled, which is Diona. And she's one of my main healers, so it's fine. But having to take a second cryo user, even though you do not want cryo users, on the whole floor, to be honest, right? Because there are several units on the floor that are actually immune to cryo, which cuts into your damage quite aggressively. So, at the end of the day, like, the floor is just fighting itself, right? They put in cryo immune units in front of you for the first 2 parts of the floor, and then on the last floor, on the last chamber, they turn back at you and tell you, okay, now you need ice, now you need cryo, and you're like, but cryo hurts the rest of the experience. like the first two chambers, you do not, under any circumstance, want to take cryo, right? Except if it's for Diona, it kind of changes because Icy Paws will just block a lot of the damage, so it's actually an extremely good item to have with you. But other than that, it's like you really don't want to, you don't want cryo characters there, especially damage characters like Shongyun or Kaya. So personally, I don't think floor 12 is that well designed. It essentially reinforces a situation where what you're probably doing most of the time is taking a team to do the first two chambers, and then you're forcing yourself to make a new team that will be eventually able to do the last chamber, but that new team has characters in it that you would prefer not to have there. So I'm lucky, if I can say that, because I already played Iona. But if I didn't play any cryo characters on my teams, sure, it might be called like, oh, that's just a lackluster part of your builds because there's an element that's not being well represented in your teams. Yeah, you can say all of that, but the reality of the matter is, you shouldn't be forced to play any singular element, right? Because it removes variety. Instead of adding the variety, which I think is the main objective of the Abyss, is forcing you to play with a lot of different stuff. When they force you to play with very, very specific stuff, like with the Abyss made shields or the Fatui shields, then it removes variety from the game because now you're forced to play specific elements. And that's honestly not a good thing for the game. It really creates this situation where if you have the Luke, suddenly you're much stronger than everybody else. If you have Chi-Chi, you're suddenly much stronger than everybody else. Because you need to understand that taking Chi-Chi over Jean, for example, in my case, would just be strictly better. Right? There's no situation where in floor 12, Chi-Chi would not be better. Some people will say, well, but you can use Animo to destroy the Electro-Fatui shield. No, it doesn't work properly. It's super annoying to deal with. Honestly, I've tried a lot of ways to try to make it more stable. It really doesn't work, right? The only character that seems to be like actually more stable at it is like main character Animo, where it kind of seems like as long as you start the skill outside of the Fatui, so it actually grabs the element that is in the room. But that doesn't happen with Jean. If you charge her skill and it doesn't have an element on it, it will not grab the element of the room. It's super weird. It does not work properly. Usually the you kind of need to use her ultimate when the room creates the cryo. So it's extreme. Like I would say, like the word that comes to mind is obnoxious. It's just obnoxious to deal with. Like you really don't want to creating cryo through Animo. It really doesn't work properly. And because it doesn't work properly, you're kind of forced to play in a very specific way, and you're forced to take these craptastic characters like Kaya into your team. Like, okay, Kaya goes in. Wow. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. Like, one of the attempts I did earlier on was um, with Sucrose here, and even having Sucrose in the team with Jean, I still wasn't getting like stable cryo to deal with the Fatuis. Like it still wasn't stable enough, right? It was kind of annoying. And to be fair, like taking Sucrose over Kaya in this case makes the two first chambers free. No joke. If I switch to if I switch to Sucrose right now, I can do the first two rooms easily. It's not even a question if like will I do it? No, I know I'll do it. Like maybe no stars on the first chamber, but at least 2 stars on the second for sure. But the problem is, then you get to the third chamber, and essentially you're fighting the timer, not because you don't have enough damage, even though my damage is quite low for the third chamber, but because I'm taking like 2 minutes off my clock because I don't have cryo. Right? I can deal with it, but it's so slow and so inconsistent. And what I hate the most is the inconsistency. That's the biggest problem, right? Sometimes you'll go in there with dual animo, and you'll get like the thunder fatuis, the electro fatuis, destroyed super easily. But other times, it will be extremely annoying because you'll never get the ice, right? You'll never be doing the cryo swirls, and it's extremely annoying, like extremely annoying. Now the first group, it's kind of fine because it's a cryo fatui and the thunder and an electro fatui, and then you can use the cryo fatui to kill the electro fatui, and that's fine. But the second one, it's animo with electro, and at that point you need to rely on the room, and relying on the room is extremely inconsistent with these two characters at least. I don't have Venti, and honestly I'm not gonna take main character because I would need to actually level his talents because they're not leveled. I have some stuff for the Geo one, but I haven't really touched the Animo in quite a while, and I'm not gonna waste the resources. It's that simple. I'd rather not get the rewards as soon and just take longer than actually go level characters that I don't want to play with, right? And it's actually that simple. I'm not gonna be swayed into playing stuff that I don't want to play just because of some chabby rewards, right? Getting an extra 5-star artifact that's probably complete crap, right? Because that's what we expect out of these rewards, by the way, or at least I expect, and I think everyone should expect crap items out of those rewards. And that's about it. So I'll be doing another video on this later on when I finally get my team ready. So I think by around Sunday I expect to have a team that is competent enough to do what I needed to do. So my next in line that I need to work on is this character needs to have this artifact all the way to 16. I need to have this character with all artifacts at I would say I want them at least all at 12. So Jean, I'm gonna start working on a Viridescent Veneer for her, but I have no idea how that will go. I might be lucky and get some cool items, but I don't fully expect that to happen. So we'll see. I already have 2 items that I can steal from Sucrose that are decent. So this hat, this circlet, and this plume. But otherwise, I'll need to farm at least 2 more items. In the case of Jean, is not as problematic because you use an attack goblet on her, so that should also be fine. So any 2 good items will do, other than the plume and the circlet, obviously. I'm sure I can make it work with this flower too. So basically, I'll need another Viridescent Veneer for her. Now the other team, this team is actually quite a bit more ahead because I've been working on Xenium quite a lot lately. I want to at least get her some more talents, and that will be this Saturday. Her artifacts are decent enough, though. Yeah, they're all at least plus 12. So for now, that will have to do. Now the main problem here, not Diona, even though Diona will hopefully benefit from getting a better cup, right? Because I really need a better cup. I haven't upgraded this cup at all because this is this is craptastic. There's no other way around it. This is just a really bad cup. This is just a random run-of-the-mill Royal Mask healing bonus. It's good. It's not incredible. Yeah. The rest of the items, I'm fairly happy with this. Happy with this. Like, again, happy with this. They're not super good. This character is not there for the damage. She's just there for the shields. What she really needs is to create the highest possible shields. And for that, what I need is more HP, but yeah, for that I will need to level her artifacts more. So things like getting this to plus 12 so I can get some more HP percent. Getting this leveled up and maybe get some more HP substats out of it would also be good. Getting an HP cup, preferably another Maiden Beloved. Because the reality here is that this character is there just for shields and HP and healing, right, through her ultimate. So for that, I just need more HP on her. More HP. I need her to be as survivable as possible, and I need her shield to last as much as possible. Those are the ingredients to make her work. Now this guy, I think he already has the items that I need on him. Okay, I think I'm done with the artifacts. This is not ideal, but I think it will do. I think it will do. The problem is these artifacts are not upgraded, not even slightly, right? So this guy needs a lot of attention and a lot of love. And that will mean that this will probably be where my expectations for this week will live and die, right? Depending on how much I get my Bennett up, and obviously no constellations, so yeah, could be better. Her talents are not ideal also, but they're decent. And this I'll probably level at least one level tomorrow, maybe two. We'll see. And yeah, yeah. This here I hope to at least to plus 8 everything, because that would really change the dynamics on this character. Because getting more HP on him, for example, will lead to better heals. Because not right now they kind of suck. And obviously, every time you E with him, you do the elemental skill, he needs to do damage. And right now, he's not doing anything. Like, he has 85% extra damage, and maybe he does like 1k damage. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. That really shouldn't be happening. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Well, that's it. Oh. Oh, it's really over. Thanks for watching, guys.